To win, you must first betray yourself. That statement does not carry comfort. It does not coddle. It does not offer peace. It declares war. War against your own illusions. War against your attachments. War against your comfort. And Machiavelli, more than any other philosopher's strategy, understood that in the great game of power, the first sacrifice is not your enemy. It is you, not the physical self, but the self that clings to morals, to ideals, to dreams of fairness in a world that has never been fair. This betrayal is not shameful. It is necessary. It is the first act of power. Machiavelli once said, "A man who wishes to make profession of goodness in everything is bound to come to ruin among so many who are not good." That is the cornerstone of his realism. You must choose to act according to what is, not what should be. And to do so, you must betray the inner narrative that whispers, "But I'm a good person." That whisper must be silenced, not because goodness is weakness, but because power does not reward goodness. It rewards results. The modern man is shackled not by laws, not by governments, not by others, but by his own internal code. A code often programmed by culture, religion, family, and society. These codes are not inherently bad, but they were not designed for your rise. They were designed to make you obedient, predictable, easy to control. And if you want to break the chain, if you want to ascend beyond your current station, you must break your allegiance to that inner voice that keeps you small. You must betray your own myth. Every man has a myth he lives by, a myth that tells him who he is, what he stands for, and what he believes he deserves. But what if that myth is a lie? What if the story you tell yourself is the very thing that has kept you from winning? Machiavelli understood that men are not moved by truth, but by necessity, that to act with cunning, with force, with ruthlessness, one must often play a role that contradicts his internal narrative. Do you want power? Influence? Control over your fate? Then look inward and ask, what must I betray? Perhaps you believe you are loyal. Loyal to friends, to lovers, to a code. But loyalty is a luxury in the world of strategy. It is a tool, not a virtue. The loyalty that wins is not the loyalty to others, but to your own ambition. Machiavelli would ask, does your loyalty serve your elevation or your stagnation? If it binds you, cut it. Perhaps you see yourself as humble. But humility, in the game of power, is a mask for weakness. It is not that arrogance is superior, but strategic confidence, even when undeserved, bends reality. To move silently and strike with precision is admirable, but to remain invisible is not. You must show enough strength to inspire fear, not just respect. And that requires betraying the image of meekness you may have built around yourself. To betray yourself is to let die the part of you that was conditioned to lose. Machiavelli's Italy was a battlefield of intrigue, betrayal, and shifting alliances. He did not preach idealism. He dissected reality. And what he saw was this: those who rise are those who adapt, those who dare, those who betray their former selves to become someone new, like a snake shedding its skin, like a general abandoning a position once sacred when it no longer serves the war. There will be moments where you must lie, not to deceive others maliciously, but to preserve your advantage. There will be times where you must abandon principles, because those principles are luxuries only the powerful can afford. You are not powerful yet. To get there, you must do what the powerful did before they became untouchable. Would you be admired or would you win? Because often you cannot be both. We live in a time where appearance is valued more than substance. Social media rewards virtue signaling, not virtue. Yet in the shadows, the real players move. Quietly, ruthlessly, they betray the performative self that wants likes and validation. They operate from cold logic. They think 3 moves ahead. They do not ask, is this right? They ask, will this bring me closer to the throne? The betrayal is spiritual. It is mental. It is emotional. It is the letting go of attachments that no longer serve your highest evolution. A man who cannot betray his own comfort cannot step into greatness. Comfort is the enemy of strategy. When you are comfortable, you stop calculating. You stop noticing the subtle shifts in power dynamics. You stop moving. And Machiavelli warned, stagnation invites destruction. Real strength is in transformation. And transformation demands sacrifice. You will sacrifice your innocence, your image, your past, the old version of you who thought kindness would always be reciprocated, who thought love always conquers, who believed hard work alone guarantees reward. No, you must become shrewd, intelligent, dangerous, but disciplined. This is not a call to evil. Machiavelli never praised cruelty for cruelty's sake. He praised effectiveness. He said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved when one of the two must be lacking. Not because fear is better, but because fear is reliable. Love is conditional. Fear endures. To win, you must become reliable to yourself. That means creating a version of you that doesn't flinch when hard decisions come, that doesn't hesitate when it's time to cut off dead weight, that doesn't drown in emotion when betrayal is required. Yes, betrayal hurts, especially when it's the self you're betraying. But that pain is a rite of passage. It is the death of the old you, the birth of the strategist. Your instincts were not born in the jungle of politics, competition, and power. They were born in simplicity. But power is not found in simplicity. It is found in complexity, in masks, in duality, in patience, in the art of appearing one way while being another. Machiavelli said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. You must betray the idea that you can be just one thing, just a nice guy, just the humble worker, just the patient lover. No, you must become both predator and protector, kind but not soft, honest but never naive. You must be the lion and the fox. Let go of the notion that you must always be consistent." Machiavelli knew that consistency is not virtue. Flexibility is. The ability to change posture, to shift strategies, to adapt to the winds of power. This is virtue. You will be accused of being cold, of being fake, of being ruthless. Let them accuse. Let them scream. Just remember, the crowd cheers the king, not the man who died clinging to virtue. You are not here to be understood. You are here to win. Let your actions speak. Let your presence command. Let your silence confuse. Let your strategy unfold without announcing itself. That is the way of power. That is the betrayal Machiavelli demands. The betrayal of ease. The betrayal of impulse. The betrayal of everything that makes you ordinary. And in doing so, you awaken the extraordinary. You ascend. So betray yourself. Then rebuild. Cold, focused, precise, free.